never was a possibility. I don't know where that kind of stuff comes from. It's like, I tell people all the time, Tank's his own boss. Really don't have an opinion on that. Coach, if that's what Coach Calvin said, I respect his opinion. He's one of the top trainers in the sport. So that, I don't have an opinion.
But as I always say, contracts don't define relationships.
Leonard Ellerbe has erupted in frustration over Gervonta Davis' decision to fire Calvin Ford, insisting that such a move was unthinkable.
Again, I've been singing his praises. I've said when Tank wins this fight, he's going to be, in my opinion, he's going to be the front runner for Fighter of the Year. And there goes the trainer too.
Yeah.
He doesn't get a lot of credit for obvious reasons because, and it's just weird. That kind of thing is kind of weird to me because, not switching gears, but Roger never got Trainer of the Year when Floyd was Fighter of the Year.
Yeah.
His dad never got Trainer of the Year. So, I've been openly expressing that, and I think it's time to Calvin.
Expressing shock and disbelief, Ellerbe emphasized Ford's crucial role in Gervonta Davis to success and made it clear that he strongly opposes the decision.
He took his gym bag.
I remember that.
He took his gym bag, like I said.
His best was the whole time.
The whole time. The whole time. The whole time. We had so
That
much
was a
fun.
classic, yeah.
We had so much
Yeah,
fun.
that's the classic. I mean, but that's how this fight reminded me of, but I didn't know all the backstory.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of history with them clowns. A lot of history.
Ellerbe has long been a vocal supporter of Ford's contributions to boxing, repeatedly asserting that he deserves recognition as Trainer of the Year. He lamented the lack of accolades Ford has received, attributing it to various unspecified reasons, and voiced his frustration over what he sees as an unjust oversight. The situation remains tense, with no clear resolution in sight.
And to me was Leonard Ellerbe and Floyd Mayweather parting ways. I just was in girls' collection a week and a half ago, and them niggas was in the club together. So to see Leonard Ellerbe, who started off, as far as I know, I'm not even talking about Grand Rapids, Michigan, or anything else when they growing up. He started off in the corner with Floyd. Not his main trainer or anything like that, but the nigga who get the water, the towel, and he started off a corner man to become the guy who actually started helping him run Mayweather.
Beyond their professional relationship, Ellerbe and Ford share a deep camaraderie that goes beyond business. Their bond is built on mutual respect and a shared dedication to developing boxing talent. This connection has played a crucial role in shaping fighters like Gervonta Davis, guiding them to success.
For Tank to learn.
That was the blessing. That wasn't my work. That wasn't Tank work. That wasn't floor work. It was the stars, the moons, or whatever, bringing them together to create greatness. So we can have this greatness carry us to the next generation.
You showed humbleness on stage at the press conference today, giving it immense props to the guys at the other side of the table, to Tank, to Goose, and to...
I grew up off them. I grew up off the legends of...
Ellerbe's tenure with Mayweather Promotions dates back to its inception, where he played a pivotal role in promoting Gervonta Davis. However, internal disagreements, particularly over Gervonta Davis' trajectory, led to his departure from the organization. This decision signified a major shift in the boxing promotion landscape.
I'm very, very confident Tank beats all those guys. All those guys. You name, any of them you name, Tank can beat them.
Where would a fight with like a Devin Haney or a Teofimo Lopez sort of sit on the grand scheme of his schedule?
I don't think that you can put a timeline on that kind of stuff because the big fights happen when they really make sense for both sides. And, I know the fans get a little impatient at times, and that's understandable because they don't really understand how the business goes. Tank's coming off of a fight where, he's made tens of millions of dollars, and Tank alone has been generating, 8-figure revenue every single fight. Tank makes you an offer, it's probably not going to be what you expect because you get paid on what you kind of weigh. Tank is here, and the other guys are there, and I'm solely.
Calvin Ford has always believed that while mentors offer guidance, a fighter's success ultimately depends on their natural talent and destiny.
I'm hoping that he do what I need him to do. You know what I'm saying? You see how I ask him, are you ready? You know what I'm saying? Because I need somebody that's going to really push things so I can see different levels of it. This time I had a chance to step back And everybody keeps saying, oh, they changing up stuff. No, we ain't changed up anything. It's the same thing we always do. You know?
Going into the the training camp, how was it? Or you said yes, you stepped back a little bit. Well, how was it? Splitting the time. Or how's it going to be splitting the time to
No,
come
this is
Saturday
something
night?
that we do all the time. You know what I'm saying? Right now, y'all know that's all I gotta do is speak. Been taking out history since I was a kid. When I stepped in the gym, B said, "Yo, I'm glad you here now." He watched him. He said, "Boom," and I see the light in Tank. I just can't wait to see all of that come together. Fight night.
How's going back to being in the corner? How do you see Gervonta right now? Just being in camp, because at first when we talked to him in the press conference, he was very open about retiring and he was done. And now he said that
y'all have to understand. He a young man. He have a family. He want to do something. Enjoy something. Don't do it.
He acknowledges that no one person can take full Gervonta Davis achievements, emphasizing that his potential was clear long before outside influences played a role.
When a kid was playing, he'd smack the shit out of the kid, then tell him to go get their parent, then tell him why he was playing. and I used to sit there and trip off. He said, y'all shouldn't be playing with older guys. You know what I'm saying? When you playing with older guys, they supposed to check y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I said, damn, I taught him good. You don't play with your elders or talk, out of line with them and whatnot. And I think Tank liked it that. Tank liked it that because, them two used to be together, man. I used to watch them and whatnot. And I had another kid in here. He used to say, man, your father the best, man. I wish they was my dad. And that's when Tank used to always say, that's my dad coach right there. You know what I'm saying? And it was just a family-orientated situation, man, that you couldn't get around it, man.
How does it feel having young men at the time, but now grown men calling you dad, and you're not their biological father?
Yo, it's scary.
Does that put a different pressure on you?
Well, I'm gonna tell you when it really hit me. One day I was in camp with Tank, and he had this little daughter, and he said, "Like a pop right there." You know what I'm saying? And it made me broke down inside. And I was like, damn.
Leonard Ellerbe has long been one of the most vocal supporters of Gervonta Davis, praising his extraordinary talent and knockout power and commanding presence in the ring.
Seen Tank 4 guys, spar guys in the gym at 165, but it's different. Tank was hitting guys with 16-ounce gloves on. You know what I'm saying? Can Tank pull it off? Yes. But climbing that ladder, taking that chances, taking that type, that's a fight where you put a fighter in, right? Where some definitely be some damage in, damage and hydrating back up at that weight. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have weight classes for reasons.
Wow. Yeah, man.
You gotta look at his last fight, and then his last fight, he struggled to make 140.
Ellerbe has often Gervonta Davis' rare combination of speed, strength, and technical skill, which has set him apart from many of his peers in the boxing world. Gervonta Davis, one of the most naturally gifted fighters of his generation, capable of dominating opponents with both precision and sheer force.
Explain something to you. Tell you, Tank don't look at me as coach, you look at me as dad. Do it look like his son supposed to be taking your dad? I don't even feel right. Y'all hear this time? Tank don't pay his coach. Tank gives me anything I want.
Right.
But I'm a man at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
And I'm a hustler.
Right.
Second and foremost, I came from that cloth. You know what I'm saying? He watched me lose my house, my wife, my family. He watched me do it. It's bigger than boxing.
Right.
However, while Ellerbe has never hesitated to acknowledge Davis's innate abilities, he has also been just as emphatic in recognizing the vital role played by Davis's longtime trainer, Calvin Ford.
My journey's crazy. That's why I said this, yo, you can't write this, man. You cannot write this. My experience being gone, and all the stuff that I went through, preparing me for where I'm at today. That Tank is older. He had the lessons, getting his lessons of what he got to do to take us the rest of the way. And this is his take us the rest of the way fight.
According to Ellerbe, Ford has been instrumental in Gervonta Davis into the elite fighter he is today. From the earliest days of Davis' career, Ford has been the guiding force behind his development, instilling discipline, strategy, and a relentless work ethic. Ellerbe believes that while raw talent can take a fighter far, it is the right mentorship that truly refines and elevates a boxer to greatness.
This is why Gervonta Davis struggled that fight, so just roll with me for a second, you'll see where I'm going. I don't know if y'all noticed it right away, but I noticed it. Calvin Ford was not the head man in the corner, which I didn't really understand. And before the video continues, go ahead to the follow button because we're about to deep dive into this and we post every day. Calvin Ford was not the lead man who's been with Gervonta since he was a damn near child. Honestly, since he was a child. Why would you do that? I don't know if they were underestimating the fight. I don't know if they were just trying to change it up and try something new because this wasn't a huge opponent. I don't know if there's something wrong with Calvin or Calvin's not going to be there. I don't know. But that was damn stupid. Because you notice when shit started hitting the fan, guess what voice popped up on that screen? Put his head through ropes and Calvin started coaching. When Tank's eye messed up, guess where he looked? He didn't look at that other corner man. He looked for Calvin Ford. Also, Tank talked a lot during this fight. It was a little bit of a different Tank than we've seen. He was chirping with the fire, which isn't new. He was arguing with the ref. He seemed not composed. I feel like that would have been different with a Calvin Ford in his corner. Because I'm going to be real, the advice that his corner was giving him.
In Davis' case, Ford has been that essential mentor, helping him navigate the highs and lows of professional boxing while sharpening his skills to an elite level. Gervonta Davis' success is not merely a result of his natural ability, but also the product of years of meticulous training and preparation under Ford's watchful eye. Ford's coaching methods have emphasized both mental and physical endurance, ensuring that Davis remains composed under pressure.
Yeah, for sure. Calvin, again, I said Calvin is pops, you know what I mean? He will always be around, you know what I mean? So, that's pops, like I said. So he'll always be there. It's, without Calvin, it wouldn't be no me, you know what I mean? Because at first, when I came into the boxing world, it was more so me falling in love off of the father figure that Calvin was in the gym. It wasn't just me going to a boxing gym and saying I love to fight. You know what I mean? That's as I got older, I started thinking I started realizing that, you know what I mean, it's not really the love of the sport that I had.
While maintaining the explosiveness that makes him such a dangerous opponent. His ability to adapt to different fighting styles and adjust his approach mid-fight is something Ellerbe credits directly to Ford's training regimen. Gervonta Davis' admiration for Davis' abilities has been equally vocal about the lack of recognition Ford receives as a top trainer in the sport. He has repeatedly expressed frustration that Ford is often overlooked for major coaching accolades, despite his role in producing one of boxing's most dominant champions. Ellerbe believes this oversight is unjust and has continuously advocated for Ford to receive the credit he deserves. He sees Ford as not just a trainer, but a true architect of champions, someone who has dedicated his life to Gervonta Davis' talent and pushing fighters to their full potential. Gervonta Davis' relationship, Ellerbe has also acknowledged the deep bond shared between Ford and Davis. Their connection goes beyond the standard coach-fighter dynamic, with Ford acting as both a mentor and a father figure to Davis. This relationship, built on mutual trust and respect, has been a crucial factor in Davis' rise to the top of the boxing world. Ellerbe's unwavering support for both Davis and Ford underscores his belief that great fighters are built through the perfect blend of talent, hard work, and guidance. While Davis' raw power and skill have made him a star, it is Ford's influence that has helped him refine those gifts and achieve lasting success.